And this is why I tell women they're so confused about who they should be entertaining and who they shouldn't be entertaining, because we have no way of categorizing guys that they meet.
Well, we
Everybody's
don't
a
have to
man.
categorize them by
You
male
do.
and man. We could
You
just
do.
categorize.
You
We
do,
can.
because
We don't
self-sufficiency is
have to.
important.
What I'm saying is we literally logically don't have to do it that way. We can literally categorize them by their ability to be self-sustaining instead of using the word man and male.
Oh, okay, but watch this. Self-sustaining is subjective, right? And now we start to say,
Explain
what
how
is
it's subjective.
self-sustaining? Hold on, watch this. I'm with you. I look at a man that can if he can take care of himself, he's a man. But the average woman is going to start looking at self-sustaining being what income level is he at? 6 figures. They think that's self-sustaining. A
Okay,
man
well,
under
that's to
6
her
figures is not
criteria,
self-sustaining.
but to his own criteria. But we could probably come back to this though, because I think JR trying to.
Well, I'll make this last point and I'll wrap mine up. If a man makes it clear to a woman what his program is, she comes underneath his program, all his problems go away. Whether she's faking the funk or not, all of his problems go away. Because as long as when he comes home, that woman is doing what he expects, what he needs and expects her to do, he shouldn't be having any problems, whether she loves him or not.
He shouldn't. Keyword shouldn't. But I'm telling you, there's a new era, and women are doing that initially, and things are turning sour, bro. That's all I'm saying.
Okay.
You don't believe me? I made a video that just went viral 7 days ago, and it was talking about why older men are not dating anymore. I'm telling you, bro.
told y'all
Look
that
at
the other
those
day.
stories under there, bro. You'll be shocked.
Yeah, but those dudes don't have programs though.
Oh my God.
A woman. I'm confused. Would you
You're saying,
expect?
how do you know that they don't have programs?
Man, I talk to dudes almost every day, and every time I talk to a dude, he shows how incompetent he is. Let's not act like as bad as these women are out here. Let's not act like the dudes just got their stuff together.
I don't think anyone on the panel believes that, because we all talk to men in some way and do some sort of coaching and everything else. So we understand that there's a lot of work that men also have to do to be suitable to be a husband or even a man, as we're talking about right now.
Yeah, so we can't just, if these dudes, and I'm not absolving women at all, but if these dudes can figure out who they are, figure out what they're trying to accomplish, establish what they will accept and what they won't accept, and then make that clear, that woman will get with it or she won't.
Right.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, whenever in my book, you don't have to do that. In my book.
Well, what do you have to do?
In my book, a man should not have to do that. A woman's supposed, you marry a woman, you take a woman as your wife. In my book, this woman is supposed to submit to you in all of her ways.
That's what I said.
That's what I'm saying. It's not supposed to be, I got to communicate or I got to know.
But what is she submitting? If you don't communicate, what is she submitting to?
She's submitting to you, bro. That's just her role.
But what? She don't just say, I submit to you. It's not coming to America. Whatever you like. That's not how the world works.
But
you got to communicate.
You're making my point. You're making my point.
No, you're making my point.
Okay, marriage was not supposed to be contingent on how the world works. It didn't. The marriage didn't come from the world. Marriage came from God. That's what I'm trying to tell you. It wasn't contingent on.
I said a woman needs to submit to you, respect you, and maintain her femininity. That's what I said. Did I not say that, Trev?
Yes.
Yeah, you said it, but you also said a man has to go and communicate that. I'm saying a man is not supposed to have to communicate. This is something that she's supposed to learn. This is something she's supposed to learn from her upbringing. Like you said, raised to be a wife. Your words.
Right, darling. But I told you, these women are not raised to be wives. See, if women were raised to be wives, you will not have to communicate that, because she would have learned that in her upbringing. Just like these dudes are not taught to be husbands.
You're also not compensating for the women who were raised to be wives, but still deviated.
Hold on. Darwin, I don't know. I ain't never met a woman in my life that was raised to be a wife. I don't know how many you meet, but I've never met one. Not one.
Why do you have to meet them for them to exist?
I didn't say they don't exist. I'm
Well,
saying
what's the
I
point
never
of saying
met
you didn't
one.
meet them?
Okay, but listen to what I'm saying. I can't make an argument for a type of woman that exists if I've never met one. I could say in theory, a woman who was raised to be a wife. But if I've never met one, we're talking about something again, Cinderella, Snow White. Maybe they exist, maybe they don't exist. Trev, have you ever met a woman that was raised to be a wife?
I just came from the Philippines. I would have said
Okay.
yes. Me
Have you ever
traveling,
met one in
leaving the
America that's
West,
been
yeah.
raised to be a wife?
Not many. A couple though. Not a
Okay.
lot. Not a lot.
Have you, JR?
It's far few in between over here.
Yeah, I mean
say that.
it's not a lot, but I mean there are some that
Met one though, JR. Not believe they exist. Met one.
like I've met one or two, but a lot of them they had to learn. And they may have learned like throughout the after marriage, they may have learned.
No, I'm talking about raised.
I know, that's what I'm saying. I know about a couple of them.
By the time these girls are 18, they know exactly what to do.
There's some out there.
I don't think nobody knows exactly what to do because everybody's situation is different. But I think they
according
have
to their parents, right? According to their parents' upbringing, I'm raising you to be a wife, raising you to submit, raising you to respect, raising you to stay in your femininity, raising you to be supportive, raising you to serve. Like these things, women are not being taught to do.
I mean, I don't see it too.
So
I
let me
don't
ask you
see
that.
all of it. I mean, you may see some things that you can work with, but I don't see.
Yeah, absolutely.
But I don't think everybody's going to give you 100% of what you're looking for.
Well, let me ask you this: you have any daughters?
Yeah.
Are you raising them to be wives or no?
I tried to raise my oldest two to be wives, but when me and their mother not together anymore, you got a house divided, and their mother's offended.
So with that, right? How about Darwin? You got a daughter or no?
No, I got two sons.
Okay, and what you raising your daughters to be a wife or no?
Explicitly, no, but yes. And what I mean by that is they emulate their mom. So I'm not saying to them, this is the training for you to be a wife, but they're learning how to operate through their mom.
But are you going to teach them about
that they need to get married?
What a man
and all
expects
that
and what a man expects and how to take care of a man? Then that's raising them to be a wife, in my opinion, at least. Right?
In my opinion,
if you were showing them what
daughter,
to expect and what a man is going to want and how to conduct yourself, right? Then I think in that opinion. So if we just take this small sample size, everybody has at least made an attempt to, and I'm going to include myself because yes, I have a daughter and I am very deliberately performing that, right? So if we take the small sample size, then we could say safely that okay, there are some men who are raising their daughters to be wives, and I would venture to say that we're probably not the only ones doing that, right? And I would say the percentage is small, but there are some men who are actually doing that.